Hello everybody, welcome to another knockoff review thanks to the team over at TF Direct. Today we're taking a look at the first offering from Fantasy Jewel. Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. This is the BSW01. Looks remarkably like the red Voltron line, doesn't it? My box went missing. I should have had this a couple of weeks ago. Do not know what's going on with English Customs at the moment, but it's been battered and bruised. TF Direct always package the boxes very well indeed, and this one was exactly the same, but even the outer box had been completely squished. This is of course a KO of the Red Lion from the soul of Chogokin GX71, the GoLion or Voltron. Originally wanted to get that figure, but it is going for ridiculous money on eBay and Amazon. I know it's a gorgeous set, but come on, it's a toy. We also get these. We get these hexagonal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes, hexagonal base plates. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, are these like an energy shield? Well, it's been a while since I watched the original Voltron. I've been enjoying the Legendary Defenders, which is a very, very good show. But yeah, these are made of a nice translucent solid plastic, and they all kind of peg in together using these small go-betweens, which just tab in and tab in. You can do whatever you want with these, make all sorts of funky shapes. But yeah, we get all of these. Now, this arrived in an outer box with Kuben Bao all over it. That may have just been what they shipped it in, but think of that what you will. These companies don't just come from nowhere. Now, my only concern is that the last company that tried to bootleg Bandai stuff was doing the Gundams, and they got shut down. So I pray that this guy gets finished, because I've heard nothing but good things about this. So without further ado, let's crack this package open. And here we have him out of the packaging. Oh, he's delightful, absolutely delightful. Now, he's not without his faults. If you just look closely there, the paint is a little bit lackluster there on the eyes and the ears. The silver is a little bit thinner, but man, this is a gorgeous piece. Now, I had trouble getting the tail on. It's a ball socket here which fits over the die cast, and of course there's no give in that die cast piece, so I had to just heat this up with a hairdryer just to make the plastic a little bit more supple, and then that just popped straight on there and it shrunk back to the correct shape. We have dust magnets in the form of chrome plated legs, very tight joints on this guy. We have a ball socket in that thigh area. We have a bend on those knees and a bend on the paws. We have rotation, we have a bend, we have more rotation. Again, we have those ball sockets on the front, bend on that elbow and a bend on the paw. The head, again, is both on a pivot and has the ability to slide forwards, backwards, out, and to the side on this sliding hinge. That's a very nice combination of joints. And we have the ability to open up his jaw, and we have those little guns just on the inside there. Now, we do get accessories. We get his blade weapon, which by moving the guns down we can just bring this up, and that's going to peg in. You can put it around either side because there's two of these clips, and there we go. He just holds his weapon fantastically. And if we just come to the back here, we can just lift this piece up, and then we can just pop these guns in on his arm pegs. There we go. Oh, he looks absolutely incredible. I am so happy that they're doing this. I love Voltron, but we don't get anything here in the UK. I mean, we don't even get the Legendary Defender stuff, and I am dying to get my hands on one of those Voltrons. So if anybody can hook me up, just let me know. I would love one. Bigger the better, as long as they're articulated. And we do get a spare piece. I can't figure out a way of putting them all on whilst having them all attached, but I'm assuming we're going to be getting more of these bases anyway. But what an incredible piece for the Transformer fans amongst you. He's a very good size, easily comparable to the likes of a Voyager or a standard Masterpiece vehicle. And here we have him next to Stripes. Now, like I said, very impressed with this piece. Now, these are not cheap. These are $40 a pop, but in comparison to how much the originals now cost, I think they're definitely worth it. It's made to a nice high standard, and to the untrained eye it is basically identical to the Bandai version. Now, I've heard that the Bandai version did have faults. I can't find any flaws with this other than those small blemishes, maybe a little bit of sprue marks on the top of the ears. But overall, he holds together exceptionally well. The joints are tremendous, great soft ratchets in there. The tail, the articulation on that, we can move this up and down on an exceptionally strong ratchet, and each one of these is individually articulated as well. If you know the faults of the original, please just let me know in the comments section below, and I will try and answer your questions as to whether this suffers from any of those. But first impressions of this set, genuinely very impressed and extremely excited to get the rest of the figures in this line. Now, before we go, let's just change him up into his arm mode. It's not the most complicated of transformations. Bring everything back down. These arms collapse up very nicely and just push in. So it should be nice and flat on the top there. This is going to come down to the side. This is where it's going to tab into the black line, and then we move that around so we have a bend on the elbow, and then we just move the head around, bring this out, and we just open up the jaw so we can hold the weapon. That is in essence the arm mode. So what do we have there? We have a nice bend on the elbow, we have an upper bicep rotation, we have an elbow rotation, and we have all of that range of motion on the hand. And of course we're going to have a rotation on the shoulder joint, and we're going to have a really nice strong ratchet on that shoulder as well. Now, out of curiosity, if any of you do have the original, would you mind just weighing your Red Lion minus his weapons, just to give us an idea of how he fares compared to the original? He weighs in at 91 grams, that's 3.20 ounces. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, the first offering from Fantasy Jewel. Very impressed and extremely excited for the rest of this line. Big thanks to TF Direct for making this review possible. If you found it useful, feel free to give it a big thumbs up, share, and of course subscribe. And until next time, from myself and the Red Lion, thanks for watching, goodbye.